Hey, welcome back to the Comic Cosmos. Today we'll be reviewing Stargirl Season 1, Episode 4, giving you an in-depth breakdown, Easter eggs, and theories on the episode. Spoilers ahead for Episode 4. Enjoy. So, the previous episode introduced the majority of the characters that will play into the show later on. And more notably, Icicle showed just how ruthless he really is when he killed Joey Zarek and William Zarek. We also got to meet Cameron, his son, and then in the end, Courtney took all the equipment from the JSA HQ to recruit people to start the brand new JSA. So we start off the episode with the flashbacks of 3 months into the past, and we see a very different Yolanda, and we almost cannot recognize it because she is so different from how we saw in the previous episodes. So we see that she used to be popular and had a really good life. As we learned in the previous episode, she dated Henry King Jr., and we see that why she actually became how she is today. As Sydney, who wanted to date Henry, shared private pictures of her to everyone at school, and everything changed. So back in the present day, Courtney is with all the JSA stuff, and she's wearing the half-day shirt, which she actually wore in the comics, which is a really cool Easter egg that the show decided to put in. So she is getting ready for school, and she packs away the JSA equipment, which she took from the JSA HQ, and goes down to have breakfast, and we can see Pat and Courtney's relationship isn't going very well. Mike also actually mentions his friend Jakeem, who in the comics is actually Johnny Thunder, but I doubt they'll be doing any of this, well, probably not at least this season, but I guess it's cool to know he's here. This is also when Courtney tells Pat that, and then they both realize that the Injustice Society members could actually be big members in the society, or even people in power. So Courtney goes to school, and we see Yolanda being bullied by Cindy again, and Courtney tries to step in, and she also thinks that maybe Yolanda could be a good fit for the JSA. She also tries to invite her to come to her house for dinner, but later we see that her mother doesn't let her, and it seems that she really hasn't forgiven her for what happened even 3 months later. We then get to see the only Injustice Society scene in the episode, where we meet Dragon King for the first time, and he is, of course, tells Icicle that he is loyal to the Injustice Society, not like the Wizard. We also learn that the Shade betrayed the Injustice Society, and maybe he'll show up later in the show and maybe even help out the JSA. So Icicle gives Dragon King the go-ahead to build the machine, which he says will help the next generation out by destroying the current one. Or I guess we'll have to see what's going on here for the next few episodes. Now this could be the same one as in the comics, which I won't spoil, but it may not follow the same storyline. We'll have to see. He also mentions that he's working on his daughter, who we know is Shiv, and some of you may know who she is. Anyway, back at school, Courtney persuades Yolanda to come to her house, and she shows her the cosmic staff, and that she is actually Stargirl. Yolanda tries out the Wildcat suit, and it molds to anyone who wears it, so that's very convenient. Anyway, they test out what the suit can do, and the way they show the power is very similar to what I would say is the Black Panther suit with the purple lights and how it moves and stuff. So while they're training, they see Henry King Jr. going to the hospital to visit his father, so they get the idea that other members of the Injustice Society could have been visiting him at the hospital. So they go to the hospital, and Yolanda climbs up the wall, and they find that no one actually signed the visiting sheet other than Henry Jr. And Yolanda almost hurts Henry as he is crying next to his father's bedside, but she decides not to. And we then see Principal Bowen come in and play the violin for Henry, or should I say, the fiddle, as her husband was actually the fiddler from the comics, and we saw him in the Injustice Society painting. I mean, we don't know if she may actually be the fiddler now or not, but I guess we'll have to see what happens throughout the next episodes. But they definitely are suspicious of her, as she came in but never signed the register, so definitely something going on there, and they'll probably keep watching for who comes to visit Henry, as they can find out about the other members of the Injustice Society. Another thing that actually happens at the hospital is when Beth actually sees Wildcat and Stargirl, and as she was there giving supper to her mother, and she hears Stargirl say Yolanda, so she'll be trying to see what that's all about in the next episodes. So after everything that happens at the hospital, Yolanda actually gives Courtney back the Wildcat costume, and decides to stop being Wildcat, as she wants to, I guess, sort out her life first. And she goes to talk to her parents about what happened, and she asks for forgiveness to them, but she isn't very lucky, apart from her brother.
You'll never be the Yolanda Montes you used to be. You disgraced this family. You disgraced yourself.
go to your room.
She goes back upstairs to her room, where we see Courtney actually left this Wildcat suit for her, and leaves a note saying that she needs her to stop the Injustice Society. She isn't giving up on her yet. So with no one really supporting her, she decides to put the suit back on and goes to tell Courtney that she does want to be a part of the JSA and ask what the next mission is. So in the final scene of the episode, it's actually very interesting, as it's when Pat goes to the scrapyard, which we saw him go earlier in the episode, and we see the Zarek's black cat just walking around, and then he actually finds Denise's car, which seems to have been crashed into and is in very bad shape. And I guess it could have been destroyed by Solomon Grundy, as you can see like swampy or muddy stuff on the car. So with the presumed death of Denise Zarek, Pat will remember that she warned him about Blue Valley, and he'll have to keep following the mystery and exposing the Injustice Society. One thing that I actually did notice was that Barbara wasn't really in the episode that much, other than the first scene, and we never really got to go to her work at the American Dream. Well, I mean, not including the basement underneath. So I guess hopefully next episode we'll get to see more of what's going around the town and her relationship with Jordan Markent. So in terms of my general thoughts on the episode, well, I really did enjoy it, and I think it's a nice origin for Wildcat. I really like that they established her powers straight off the bat, and I think Wildcat is a cool character, and I'm excited to see the characters throughout the season. And in the next episode, specifically, which is named Our Man and Dr. Midnight, so we'll introduce those characters into the show to become part of the new JSA. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, I hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to comment down below on any of your thoughts on the episode, Easter eggs, and any theories you have. And if you enjoyed, well then hey, drop a like and subscribe. Stay safe. Cheers.